Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you very much for joining us today for the presentation of the inaugural CalSouthern Difference Award. My name is Tom Dellner and I'm the editor of University Publications here at CalSouthern. I'm very happy to see all of you here. With CalSouthern being an online institution, it's always a great pleasure whenever learners, alumni, faculty, staff, and guests can all gather together and enjoy each other's company. Again, thank you all for coming. Today's a very special day. The establishment of the CalSouthern Difference Award is truly a milestone event for our university. As we present it to the inaugural recipient, it gives us a chance to reflect upon the ideals upon which CalSouthern was founded and which we strive to uphold on a daily basis. And we get to recognize and celebrate a member of the CalSouthern family whose work, whose very life mission, is a perfect reflection of those ideals. I've had the great fortune to get to know Dr. Mara Leigh Taylor. In her work, she's known as Coach, so I'll use that as well. I've interviewed her on numerous occasions in researching an article that I've written about her and her work at with GOGI and with incarcerated individuals across the country, and you'll learn more about GOGI shortly. In preparing the article, I've also had the honor of interviewing a number of the incredible men and women whose lives Coach Taylor has touched. And while their stories have all been different, one thing has remained constant. When they tell their stories to me, they become very emotional. Most are moved to tears, and it's understandable. They think about where they've been, and they think about where they're going. In many cases, the way they've been able to turn their lives around is nothing short of miraculous. And as Coach Taylor has confided in me, at GOGI, these miracles happen every day. Now, to tell you more about the CalSouthern Difference Award, Coach Taylor, and her work, it's my pleasure to introduce the president of California Southern University, Dr. Carol Ryan.
Thank you very much, Tom. And welcome to everyone here. Very, very excited to have you here today. Here at California Southern University, we don't provide education for education's sake alone. We want our learners to have an impact on their lives, and we want to help them realize their dreams. We want to simultaneously satisfy and spark their academic curiosity. But perhaps more importantly, we want to equip and inspire our learners to positively influence the lives of others and have a very meaningful impact on their communities. This overarching mission informs and influences everything that we do here at CalSouthern, from our enrollment advisors to our staff, administration, and our faculty. We take the time to get to know all of our learners. We want to understand their motivations, their ambitions, and their goals, so that we can provide the most relevant, meaningful education possible. We identify their strengths and their challenges as best we can, so that we can help them achieve their academic potential by providing all of the support and guidance that they need all along the way. This personal touch is at the very core of everything that we do here at CalSouthern. We like to call it the CalSouthern difference. It's what distinguishes us from other schools, and it's one of the things that we are very, very proud of. So it's only natural that we would want to recognize our students and our alumni who further the ideals upon which CalSouthern was founded. To honor those who positively impact the lives of others through excellence and innovation in scholarship, in their areas of practice, and in their service to the community. And it's only natural then, too, that we would name this honor the CalSouthern Difference Award. The recipient of the inaugural CalSouthern Difference Award is CalSouthern PsyD graduate Dr. Mara Leigh Taylor, who perfectly embodies all of these ideals. More than a decade ago, Dr. Taylor took a tour of a prison as part of a drug treatment class that she had in her master's program. At the exact moment the third and final security door of Terminal Island Federal Prison slammed behind her, she looked up, and there she saw the prison yard. And she saw dozens of men who were neatly dressed, some carrying books, crossing a well-manicured lawn. It could have been a college campus. Strangely, it was at that moment that Dr. Taylor knew what her life's work would be. She sensed potential and possibility in the prisoners, and she didn't know exactly how she was going to do this, but she was going to help these men and others like them change their lives for the better and fulfill their potential. Dr. Taylor eventually founded an organization called Getting Out by Going In, or GOGI. And GOGI helps incarcerated men, women, and children change their lives by learning 12 simple tools. These are tools that Dr. Taylor developed by listening to and working with the prisoners themselves. It started small, with one prisoner, in fact, at the California Men's Colony in Central California. But soon GOGI began to spread, with zero promotion and strictly by word of mouth among the prisoners and their families. GOGI began to spread throughout California, and then, amazingly, across the country, and now around the world. Today, GOGI is practiced in every state in the continental U.S., as well as Canada, Tahiti, and Hawaii. Inmates are studying GOGI materials now in Ireland, Africa, and Romania. And it seems that this is just still the beginning, because Dr. Taylor is having her books translated into Spanish, Farsi, and Mandarin as we speak. Tens of thousands of prisoners worldwide have changed their lives thanks to Coach Taylor's innovative work. And we're very honored to have some GOGI alumni with us here today, and so we welcome you all. We have a short video that I'd like to share with you that helps to illustrate what GOGI is all about.
There are 2.3 million incarcerated men, women, and children in our nation, with 90% returning to our communities. It is our obligation to at least give them the opportunity to know what a good decision is. The vision of GOGI has been pretty clear since the very first time I walked into a federal prison. I saw an opportunity to have people self-correct and then go on to spread the word. Here in the mailroom, we process the incoming letters that we get from all over the nation. After they write us and they learn, then they find that they can't stop there. They begin to teach others. We have dozens of inmates who would otherwise just be sitting in a cell, now teaching others how to make positive decisions. This is so important because it allows the inmate to self-correct. Each letter that we receive, and it's been over 10,000 letters, just give us the hope to continue to come down here and get more stamps to send more letters out. GOGI's made a huge difference in the community.
And now it is my great pleasure to introduce the recipient of the inaugural CalSouthern Difference Award, PsyD graduate, Dr. Leigh Taylor.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. Thank you very much. And thank you all. A lot of you have traveled a great distance to be here, and it's exciting to be here. And 10 years ago, when I walked into that first prison and I began to listen to the inmates, I realized how little I knew. By that time, I had received one master's degree and was on my way to finishing another master's degree. But the questions they asked me, I couldn't really answer. So I would find myself going home and getting on the internet and looking for answers. And I really felt I needed additional education. So I started doing research on PsyD programs. But yet I was a single mother and I was the sole income provider, and the likelihood of me shelving everything for 5 years to sit in classrooms week after week after month after year, it was not going to happen. So I thought, wow, my education can't stop here. I have to continue to learn because they're asking questions that I don't have the answer to. So I started asking around, and then I started looking online. And trust me, I did a lot of research before I decided to invest my time, my energy, my money, and my education in this institution. And even though my education was thwarted by a house fire, which took 2 years of my life out, with the closure of one of our campuses, with all of the obstacles that I faced, what I found was I had a family here at this university. A family that understood that I couldn't turn my assignments in because my house just burned down and I didn't have internet. I had a family that understood that I had priorities with my nonprofit organization that meant that I needed to do my class 6 months from now. So my human experience was acknowledged by the university, and for that I'm very grateful, because had I been at any other university, I never would have finished my degree. Now, when an inmate asks me a question, I may not know everything, but I certainly know how to find the answers, and I certainly know that I have resources at the university that I can call upon for help. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. But I'm really grateful for this award. That's what I'm most grateful for. It's exciting because what that does is it acknowledges our work as something that we can be proud of. And the funny thing is, when you're acknowledged with an award, people take you seriously. So now our efforts are being taken seriously. But it's certainly not me just leading the charge with 2.3 million incarcerated men, women, and children. What's happening is a snowball, grassroots thing that's growing out of control, really. We need volunteers, we need additional support, we need so many things that we don't yet have. But the core of what we have is our mailroom, and two of our wonderful mailroom operators are trying to hide behind their... Would you mind standing up, Lisa and Maria? Would you mind standing up? I am so proud of these women, and they are two of the many tens of thousands of individuals now who say, I want a different life and I'm going to use these simple tools. But not only that, once I learn the tools, I'm going to begin to share them with others. And so for that, you guys are my inspiration to keep going and opening up more letters and begging for 45-cent stamps. So I'm grateful to the university. I'm grateful for Tom's beautiful article, which we will make many copies of and send to inmates everywhere so that they know that they have a voice, that while they might be locked in a cell for an addiction problem or for poor decision making, that they have a voice through getting out by going in. So thank you very, very much on all levels. Thank you very much.
Dr. Taylor, we have this award for you.
That's so pretty. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? That's beautiful.
But
That's beautiful.
before we end today's ceremony, there is one more thing that we need to take care of. Dr. Taylor, in recognition of the innovative and selfless work that you've done, and the lives that you've changed, and the extraordinarily positive impact that you've had on your community, don't start tearing. California Southern would like to offer you this check for $2,500 to go towards your work at Gogi.
That's beautiful. That buys a lot of stamps. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you. I'm tearing up.
Congratulations, Coach Taylor. Well, that concludes today's formal presentation. However, we hope you'll linger for a little while, have some coffee, dessert, and meet and congratulate Coach Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a great afternoon.